The IPL may be over for 6 out of the 10 teams that are currently there. Players from Gujarat Titans, Chennai Super Kings, Lucknow Super Giants and Mumbai Indians will battle it out in the playoffs. Today is the first qualifier, followed by the eliminator on Wednesday. Then you have the second qualifier and then the final on 28th. However, after the IPL, there is a very important match that will be played, and that is the ICC World Test Championship final between India and Australia. Now, how will the Indian players go to the UK? Will it be in batches? Who are going in which batch? And will they get a practice game? Will they get enough time to acclimatize? In this video, I will tell you all the things that when the Indian players are leaving for the UK and what batches. So, without further ado, let us see how India are now going to prepare for the ICC World Test Championship final against Australia on June 7th at the Oval. Wait a minute. And so in that sense, if you look at it, the Indian players will go to batches. First batch will leave at this particular point in time. Second batch will leave at that particular point in time. So 6 teams have been eliminated. You would expect that the players from these teams will go to the UK now. But the unfortunate thing is, when everybody assembles, say by May 30th or May 31st, there might not be enough time to play a warm-up game. So that is why you may once again have an intra-squad match. The same thing had happened with the Indian team when they had come to England. They had played an intra-squad game. But unfortunately at that time it was the COVID situation. Here, because there is very little time and because the counties will be organizing their own matches at that point in time, it's going to be difficult for any county to arrange a match with India or with Australia. So that is why India will be content on playing intra-squad games, not any other warm-ups. So which are the players who are going to go in the batches? So the first batch of players are. So these are the 4 players that we are looking at. The first batch for the UK have left today. Akshar Patel, Shardul Thakur, Mohammad Siraj, Mukesh Kumar. Shardul Thakur posted a story on his Instagram account wherein he was saying that, yes, outbound. So he's already flying out to the UK. Then you got Akshar Patel, who is going to leave at that point in time. Mohammad Siraj is apparently leaving, so is Mukesh Kumar. Remember, Mukesh Kumar is one of the reserve players that is there in the squad. So these 4 guys will be heading to the UK in this first batch. Now you will be asking, what about the senior core members? Well, in this, Virat Kohli and R. Ashwin feature prominently. According to reports, Virat Kohli and R. Ashwin will leave on the 24th to the UK. Remember, Royal Challengers Bangalore were eliminated on 21st along with RR. So that is why they want a break of a couple of days, and then they will leave on 24th to the UK. Virat Kohli and R. Ashwin, that is the second batch. Now what about the other players? Rohit Sharma, Rituraj Gaikwad, Suryakumar Yadav, Ajinkya Rahane. All these guys will be travelling to the UK after their IPL matches are over. So if Mumbai Indians get eliminated on Wednesday, they will leave on Thursday or Friday. Or if Chennai Super Kings crash out before the final in qualifier 2, then these players will head to the UK after a couple of days. So it all depends on when their IPL journey ends. If both Mumbai Indians and CSK manage to make it to the final, well then they will only leave on 30th of May then. Because at this point in time, Rohit Sharma, Ajinkya Rahane, Suryakumar Yadav and Rituraj Gaikwad. Rituraj Gaikwad and Suryakumar Yadav are in the reserves. So that is why they are not expected to feature in the 11. But Rohit Sharma is the test captain. Ajinkya Rahane is going to slot back in because KL Rahul and Shreyas Iyer are not available. So the other players for the UK will leave after the IPL, the 4 mentioned players that is there. There are some players about whom their availability is not known, and I also include Ravindra Jadeja in this because Jadeja obviously is part of the World Test Championship final squad, but whether he will play, whether Ashwin will play, that is a different question altogether. Jadeja, then you have Rohit Sharma, Rahane, Suryakumar and Rituraj. When the IPL ends for them, 2 or 3 days later, they will head to the UK. Now there is one more list that is there, and these players, their dates are not known yet, Akash Singh for obvious reasons with CSK, but Umesh Yadav suffered a hamstring injury for Kolkata Knight Riders, and whether his fitness will ensure that he makes it on a quicker basis, that is not known yet. So at this point in time, you're seeing these 3 players, perhaps their dates will be touch and go. The media reports also state that the BCCI is trying to organize flights to the UK on a daily logistical basis so that which player can be available, that's it, he can go to the UK accordingly. So this is how the Indian cricket team will have only 8 days of acclimatization and then to get ready for the conditions. After a very, very long time, you're going to play a test match at the Oval in June. So the conditions will be different, the climate will be different. Oval normally hosts the end of the season tests around August or September. But here in June, it's going to be a totally different thing altogether. Earlier reports had stated that most of the Indian cricket team members, there was a report circulating that they wanted to go earlier, but that could not happen because of certain logistical issues. They can only assemble all of them on May 30th. Or worst case scenario, May 31st. No warm-up games, directly they will have to acclimatize, play an intra-squad game and then play the World Test Championship final. So, it is going to be a logistical hassle for the BCCI because remember the IPL, we had already stated, adapting to this, it remains to be seen. Australia on the other hand, their players are fresh, they have not played much of IPL, but again, whether you don't play much or you play much, it all depends upon the body and the mental aspect of it. Some of the Australian players are in the UK, Steve Smith, Marnus Labuschagne, only Cheteshwar Pujara is there in the UK at this point in time for Sussex. So, it is going to be a very, very close tussle. The IPL is going to end on May 28th, the World Test Championship begins on 7th. 3 to 4 batches the players are going to assemble in the UK. And by 30th or 31st, the whole squad will be there and then you will prepare for the World Test Championship final. Thank you so much folks for joining us for this video. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Thank you.